Do you know that the actress Millie Bobby Brown is from Spain? Or that Tom Hanks is a typewriter collector? Let's go and learn an hour of curious facts like these. Let's get started. The Shibuya intersection in Japan is one of the busiest pedestrian intersections in the world. Every time the traffic light turns green, hundreds of people, estimated to be between 1,000 and 2,500 people, cross this intersection every 2 minutes. Robben Island is a small island off the coast of Cape Town, South Africa, famous for having been the place of imprisonment of Nelson Mandela for 18 years. Today, the island is a museum and a powerful symbol of the struggle for freedom and resistance against apartheid in South Africa. The wine battle in Haro, Spain, is a unique celebration that attracts thousands of people every year to participate in one of the largest and most exciting wine battles in the world. During this festivity, participants gather dressed in white and throw red wine at each other with buckets, bottles, and any available container. The cloning of Dolly the sheep marked a revolutionary milestone in the history of biotechnology and genetics. Born on July 5, 1996 at the Roslin Institute in Edinburgh, Scotland, Dolly was the first mammal cloned from an adult somatic cell. This scientific breakthrough was led by Dr. Ian Wilmot's team. Gangnam District, one of the most vibrant and modern areas of Seoul, South Korea, is internationally famous thanks to PSY's song, Gangnam Style. Dog sled racing on land offers an exciting variation on this traditionally winter sport. The races still retain the thrill and skill of the winter version, with teams of huskies, malamutes, and other powerful breeds working in perfect synchronization under the command of their drivers. Edinburgh Castle sits majestically on a rocky hill in the heart of Scotland's capital. One of the most famous attractions of the castle is the 1 o'clock gun ceremony, which has been held daily except Sundays since 1861. This traditional cannon firing marks 1 o'clock in the afternoon and has its origins in the need to provide an accurate time signal to sailors in the port of Leith. The Livermore Perpetual Lamp is a marvel of engineering and longevity, being an incandescent light bulb that has remained lit continuously since its installation in 1901. It is located at the Livermore Fire Department in California. The floating markets of Bangkok, Thailand, offer a unique and vibrant experience, where vendors sell goods directly from their boats. In Bessières, France, the Giant Omelette Festival is an annual celebration that attracts visitors from all over the country to witness and enjoy the preparation of a true gastronomic marvel, a giant omelet that can feed thousands of people. The Mannequin Pas in Brussels, Belgium, is a small bronze statue of a boy urinating in a fountain, which has become an iconic symbol of the Belgian sense of humor and irreverence. The Tsukiji market is renowned for its iconic bluefin tuna auction. This auction is a unique experience where buyers, mostly sushi and sashimi restaurateurs from Tokyo, compete for the most coveted specimens of bluefin tuna, known for its exceptional quality and flavor. The Vasa Museum in Stockholm, Sweden, is famous for housing the impressive Vasa warship, which sank on its maiden voyage in 1628 and was recovered almost 300 years later intact in 1961. The Széchenyi Baths in Budapest are renowned as one of the largest thermal bath complexes in Europe, situated in the heart of the city park. The World Beard and Mustache Championships is an event that brings together enthusiasts and experts from around the world to compete in various categories that celebrate the creativity and artistry of facial styles. The Café Central in Vienna is much more than just a historic Viennese coffee house. It is a true symbol of the city's intellectual and cultural life. Founded in 1876, this coffee house has been a crucial meeting point for prominent figures such as Sigmund Freud, Leon Trotsky, and other influential artists, writers, and thinkers. The Tempeliaukio Church in Helsinki, Finland, is a wonder curiously carved out of solid rock, creating a unique structure that combines natural elements with human skill. Designed by architects Timo and Tuomo Suomalainen, The church was completed in 1969 and has since been admired for its simplicity and visual impact. In addition, it has a huge sky dome that can be seen from above. There are a number of coincidences between American presidents Abraham Lincoln and John F. Kennedy. As both were assassinated on a Friday, both were succeeded by vice presidents named Johnson, among other details that have intrigued many over the years. Apple's first logo, designed in 1976 by Ronald Wayne, one of the co-founders along with Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak, showed Isaac Newton sitting under an apple tree with an apple about to fall on his head. But in 1977, the logo design changed radically with the introduction of the famous bitten apple logo, designed by Rob Janoff. The Bugatti La Voiture Noire, launched in 2019, has earned the title of being the most expensive new car ever sold, with an extraordinary price tag of approximately 18.68 million euros. This model was inspired by the legendary Bugatti Type 57 SC Atlantic from the 1930s, known for its rarity and status among car collectors. Archduke Franz Ferdinand of Austria, whose assassination sparked World War I, was killed on June 28, 1914, just 28 years after the assassination of his grandfather, Emperor Maximilian of Mexico, which also occurred on June 28, 1867. Some stones have played significant roles throughout history, such as the Black Stone in Mecca. This sacred object for Muslims is embedded in the eastern corner of the Kaaba, the holiest building in Islam. The Black Stone is believed to have divine origins and dates back to ancient times, being an important focal point during the Hajj, the annual pilgrimage undertaken by millions of Muslims. The Peel P50, manufactured on the Isle of Man in the 1960s, has earned the title of being the world's smallest production car, and its diminutive size makes it stand out in surprising automotive history. Measuring just 54 inches long and 99 centimeters wide, this ultra-compact vehicle was primarily designed as an efficient and economical means of urban transport. The terracotta army, discovered near Xi'an in 1974, is an astonishing collection of funerary statues depicting the army of Emperor Qin Shi Huang, the first emperor of China. This monumental work comprises over 8,000 life-size figures, including soldiers, horses, and war chariots. Each figure is intricately carved and arranged in military formation, reflecting the magnificence and power of the ancient Chinese Empire. As well as being a basketball legend, Jordan also briefly dabbled in professional baseball after his first retirement from the NBA. During this stint, he played in the minor leagues with the Birmingham Barons, a team affiliated with the Chicago White Sox. This move surprised many, but reflected his determination and versatility as an athlete. The Overland Train Mark II is an impressive amphibious vehicle that was developed to meet demanding military and heavy lift needs. With its imposing dimensions, this colossus is 107 yards long and equipped with a total of 54 wheels. It is capable of transporting up to 600 tons of cargo. The name IKEA is an acronym that comes from the initials of the founder, who was Ingvar Kamprad, hence the I and K, the name of the farm where he grew up. Elmtaryd in the nearby village, Agunnaryd in Sweden. Nicolas Cage is recognized not only for his talent on screen, but also for his fascinating hobby of collecting rare and unique objects. Among his most notable acquisitions is a dinosaur skull, which he acquired at auction for an impressive sum of over $270,000. Finland's Armi Kusela made history as the first winner of the Miss Universe title in 1952, capturing the world's attention with her beauty and grace. Following her reign as Miss Universe, Armi Kusela shocked the world by giving up the title to marry a Filipino businessman, Virgilio Hilario. This decision not only attracted headlines in the media, but also reflected her desire to pursue a personal path outside the glitz and glamour of the beauty pageant. In 1973, Vesna Vulovic survived a fall of 33,333 feet when the plane on which she was working as a flight attendant exploded in midair over Czechoslovakia, under circumstances still not entirely clear. She plummeted from an astonishing altitude of 33,333 feet. Incredibly, Vesna Vulovic was the sole survivor of the crash and held the Guinness record for the largest fall without a parachute. Despite not wearing a parachute, she landed amidst the plane's debris and survived the initial impact, although she suffered serious injuries. The Sky Tower in Auckland, New Zealand, stands out as the tallest structure in the Southern Hemisphere, offering spectacular panoramic views and boasting an impressive height reaching 1,076 feet. The Nathan's Hot Dog Eating Contest, a signature event held annually on July 4th in Coney Island, New York, is a contest that challenges participants to consume as many hot dogs as possible in a limited time, usually 10 minutes. Joey Chestnut has become a legendary figure of the event, dominating the men's competition on numerous occasions. His record of over 70 hot dogs consumed in the allotted time not only sets an impressive standard of endurance and competitive ability, but has also raised the profile of the contest internationally. Gonvier, known as the Venice of Africa, is a truly unique village in Benin, perched above the calm waters of Lake Nokwe. This astonishing lakeside village is distinguished by its houses built on wooden stilts, which rise majestically above the water. The people of Gonvier rely entirely on fishing and boating for their daily livelihood, using meandering canals as main streets and communication routes between their homes, schools, and markets. Haribo, the iconic German candy brand, has left an indelible mark on the world of sweets since its founding in 1920 by Hans Riegel in Bonn, Germany. Hans Riegel, an innovative confectioner, began his business producing candies and jams before introducing the famous gummy bears, the Gummy Bears, which would become Haribo's flagship product. The name Haribo comes from the first letters of the founder's name in place of origin, Ha for Hans, Re for Riegel, and Bo for Bonn. Actor George Clooney co-founded the tequila brand Casamigos with his friends Rhonda Gerber and Mike Meldman as a personal project. The brand was later sold for a significant sum to Diageo in 2017. Setenil de las Bodegas, located in the province of Cadiz, Spain, is truly remarkable for its unique and striking architecture. This charming white village is distinguished by having houses built directly into the rocks and natural caves. The natural caves provide natural insulation against the summer heat and winter cold, creating a comfortable and cozy indoor environment for the residents. Drew Barrymore and Cameron Diaz have developed a close and long-lasting friendship that goes beyond their collaborations on the big screen. Their relationship has grown stronger over the years, extending beyond Hollywood to become close neighbors and confidants. Both actresses met during their early years in the entertainment industry and have starred together in hit movies such as Charlie's Angels and its sequel. Ebenezer Place, located in the picturesque town of Wick, Caithness, Scotland, is famous for being officially recognized as the shortest street in the world. Measuring just 2.26 yards long, this tiny street connects two historic buildings, the Mackay's Hotel and One Ebenezer Place. In 2007, Bill Gates and Steve Jobs shocked the tech world by appearing together at a historic conference in California. This rare joint public appearance by two of the most influential titans in the tech industry not only captured the attention of attendees, but also symbolized the importance of their respective contributions to the industry and their profound impact on society. The Rungrado Mayday Stadium in Pyongyang, North Korea, is truly impressive in its capacity. With over 114,000 spectators, it is undoubtedly the largest stadium in the world in terms of official capacity. In 2001, Pizza Hut took advertising to new heights, literally by paying to have its giant logo placed on the Russian Proton rocket that launched modules to the International Space Station. The Pizza Hut logo, measuring approximately 33 by 22 yards, was placed on the Proton rocket during its launch from Baikonur, Kazakhstan. This unconventional advertising event attracted the curiosity of millions of people around the world, sparking discussions about the limits and ethics of space advertising. Spreuerhofstrasse in Reutlingen, Germany, is the narrowest street in the world, with a maximum width of just 12 inches and a minimum of 8 inches at some points. Beneath Paris lies a labyrinth of tunnels known as the Paris Catacombs, which house the remains of millions of people. They were originally used to build much of the city. However, in the late 18th century, due to a lack of space in Parisian cemeteries and the sanitary problems this caused, it was decided to move the human remains to the catacombs. Civet coffee, also known as Kopi Luwak, is a gourmet coffee variety that has a unique and distinctive production process. This coffee comes from coffee beans that have been ingested by the civet, a small Asian mammal known for its omnivorous diet. After the civet consumes the coffee fruits, the beans pass through its digestive tract, where they are partially fermented before being excreted. The Blue Lagoon in Iceland is a unique and popular destination known for its open-air geothermal spa, set amidst a surreal lava landscape. It is fed by hot springs that emerge from deep within the earth, containing silica and minerals that are beneficial to the skin. Before the Titanic sank, a book called Futility, or The Wreck of the Titan, by Morgan Robertson was published that had striking similarities to the real disaster. Both ships were described as unsinkable and were the largest ocean liners of their time. Also, in both the novel and reality, the ships collided with an iceberg in the North Atlantic in April. Also, their names were similar, Titan and Titanic. Lisbon's historic trams, particularly the famous Tram 28, offer visitors a unique experience as they travel through the city's oldest and most picturesque neighborhoods, winding through narrow streets and steep hills. Sofia Coppola, daughter of renowned director Francis Ford Coppola, achieved international and critical recognition with her film Lost in Translation, which not only earned her the Best Director award at the Venice Film Festival, but also made her only the third woman in history to be nominated for an Oscar for Best Director. Lost in Translation is widely praised for its intimate and emotional take on human connection, capturing the story of two characters played by Bill Murray and Scarlett Johansson in Tokyo. The Star Ferry is a ferry line in Hong Kong that has been in operation since 1888, crucially connecting Hong Kong Island to Kowloon City on the mainland. Mike Tyson made a surprising and memorable appearance in the comedy The Hangover, where he played a cartoonish and comedic version of himself. Tyson appears as a key character in the protagonist's quest to unravel the chaotic and drunken events of a wild bachelor party in Las Vegas. Singapore is the cleanest city in the world due to strict environmental laws and regulations. Sardine-flavored ice cream exists in Japan and is a perfect example of this culinary innovation. The Path is an underground path system located in downtown Toronto, Canada, which is the most extensive network of underground passages in the world. Approximately 18.64 miles long, this labyrinth connects numerous commercial buildings, offices, hotels, and major attractions in the city. Freddie Mercury was the creator of the Queen logo. In 1965, astronaut John Young smuggled a corned beef sandwich into space during the Gemini 3 mission, leading to a food ban on future missions. In Copenhagen, approximately 36% of Copenhageners use bicycles as their primary mode of transport. The public bicycle system, known as city bikes, or bicycling, makes it even easier to use bicycles in the city. These bicycles are available for rent at numerous stations conveniently located throughout the city. The Egyptian Museum, located in Cairo, houses an extensive collection of Egyptian antiquities, including the iconic solid gold funerary mask of Tutankhamun, discovered in his tomb in 1922 by archaeologist Howard Carter. In basketball, players have 10 seconds to cross half court after recovering the ball. This rule was introduced to encourage more dynamic play and prevent teams from holding onto the ball for extended periods. Vigeland Park in Oslo, Norway, is an artistic treasure created by sculptor Gustav Vigeland. This unique park is home to more than 200 sculptures crafted from bronze, granite, and wrought iron, all designed by Vigeland. Among the most famous works is the monolith statue, a tower carved from granite that rises majestically into the sky. Many traditional festivals have religious or agricultural roots. For example, Thanksgiving in the United States originated as a festival of thanksgiving for the harvest among European settlers and Native Americans. The Karen Blixen Museum in Kenya is the former country house of the famous Danish author Karen Blixen, best known for her work out of Africa. Located on the outskirts of Nairobi, this historic house has been converted into a museum dedicated to Blixen's life and work. Visitors can explore the rooms where the author lived and worked, as well as admire personal objects, photographs, and documents that tell the story of her life in Africa. The Volvo P18OS, driven by Irv Gordon of New York, has become an icon of the automotive world due to its impressive Guinness record. Gordon managed to accumulate more than 2.98 million miles in his Volvo before his passing in 2018, racking up miles that equate to more than 120 trips around the world. The Santa Justa elevator in Lisbon is a stunning example of 19th century engineering and an architectural icon that connects the Baixa neighborhood with the Chiado neighborhood. Designed by Raoul Meunier du Ponsard, a disciple of the renowned Gustave Eiffel, this wrought iron elevator not only serves as a practical means of vertical transportation, but is also a work of art in itself. The Cugnot steam trolley, created by Nicolas Joseph Cugnot in 1769, marks a significant milestone in the history of transportation by being recognized as the first steam-powered vehicle. This ingenious invention consisted of a tricycle vehicle that used a steam engine for propulsion. Currently, it is on display at the Musée des Arts et Métiers in Paris, France. The Tsukiji market in Japan has long been an epicenter of commercial and cultural activity in Tokyo. It was known as the world's largest fish market until its closure in 2018. The Puffing Billy steam train in Australia transports visitors through spectacular scenery in the Dandenong Ranges, east of Melbourne. This steam train was originally built in the 1900s to transport timber in the hills of Victoria and has been meticulously restored to offer rides. Famous English author Aldous Huxley and celebrated American President John F. Kennedy died on the same day, November 22, 1963. Even more amazingly, Huxley had written about Kennedy in his book, Island, published in 1962. The Uro's floating islands are a unique wonder on Lake Titicaca in Peru, where the indigenous Uro community has created and inhabited these artificial islands for centuries. These islands are built primarily from totora, an aquatic plant that grows abundantly in the lake. The Uros use ancient skills to weave and interlace layers of totora, forming floating platforms that function as foundations for their homes and community structures. Champagne was discovered by accident in the 17th century by monks in the Champagne region of France. The sparkling wine was produced due to a secondary fermentation in the bottle that created bubbles, a phenomenon the monks initially tried unsuccessfully to prevent. Vladimir Putin, president of Russia since 2000 with a brief stint as prime minister, is known for his interest and involvement in judo, where he has reached the level of black belt. This discipline has been an integral part of his life from an early age, and he has participated in numerous events. Dahong Pao tea, originating from the Wuyi Mountains region in Fujian province, China, is renowned for being one of the most expensive and exclusive teas in the world. Its name, which translates to red robe in English, is said to come from a story in which the mother of a Ming Dynasty emperor was cured of a serious illness thanks to this tea, so the emperor sent her a red robe as a token of gratitude. In 1971, Coca-Cola launched the Hilltop commercial, which featured a diverse group of young people singing, "I'd like to buy the world a Coke" on a hill. This campaign became a symbol of peace and harmony, and its jingle became a global hit. Emmanuel Macron, elected president of France in 2017 at age 39, is known for being the youngest president in the country's modern history. Before his political career, Macron had worked as an investment banker and later joined the French government as Minister of Economy under President François Hollande. The name Lego comes from the Danish words leg god, meaning play well. The company started out making wooden toys and later became a world leader in the manufacture of interlocking plastic bricks. Ryan Gosling, known for his versatility as an actor, has a little-known past. During his childhood, he dedicated himself to ballet training. Gosling has shared how this discipline significantly influenced his development both physically and artistically, shaping his ability to express himself on stage and on screen. All Rolex watches are certified as chronometers by the Swiss Official Chronometer Testing Institute, COSC, a recognition of excellence in precision and quality that has distinguished the brand for decades. Gisele Bündchen, known not only for her success as a global supermodel, but also for her commitment to sustainability, collaborated with Brazilian brand Ipanema to create a line of eco-friendly sandals that reflect her deep love for Brazil and concern for the environment. The first McDonald's restaurant was opened in 1940 by brothers Dick and Mac McDonald in San Bernardino, California. Originally, the menu was simple but innovative for its time, offering only 9 distinct items that included hamburgers, fries, soft drinks, and milkshakes. Miss Universe pageant contestants must meet a series of rigorous criteria that go beyond superficial beauty. They must be between 18 and 28 years old, must be single, and must not have had children. Lalibela, located in Ethiopia, is a historical and religious site of great importance due to its rock-cut churches. This complex of churches are carved directly into the volcanic rock, with some of them carved into large monoliths that resemble structures carved by giants. The famous prancing horse on the Ferrari logo has a fascinating story behind its creation. Enzo Ferrari, the company's founder, received the emblem as a special gift from an Italian fighter pilot during World War I. The pilot, Francesco Baracca, was known for painting a prancing horse on the side of his plane as a symbol of valor and honor. Tragically, Baracca was shot down in combat, but his legacy would live on through his emblem. In Norway, the Pulpit Rock viewing point, known locally as Preikestolen, is one of the country's most impressive natural destinations. This flat rock platform sits strategically positioned at a dizzying height of over 656 yards above the Lysefjord, offering breathtaking panoramic views. Alexander Fleming discovered penicillin in 1928, observing that the fungus Penicillium notatum had antibacterial properties that could be useful in fighting infections. Tristan da Cunha, in the remote South Atlantic, holds the title of being the most remote continuously inhabited village in the world. Located a staggering 1,491 miles from the nearest coast, which belongs to South Africa, it is home to approximately 250 inhabitants who live primarily from fishing and, to a lesser extent, tourism. Mary Barra made history in 2014 by becoming the first female CEO of an American automobile manufacturer, taking over the leadership of General Motors at a crucial time for the automotive industry. Since then, she has been recognized for her focus on innovation and digital transformation within the company. The Willis Tower, formerly known as the Sears Tower, was an architectural icon that dominated the Chicago skyline from its completion in 1973 until 1998 as the tallest building in the world. Alexander Graham Bell, known worldwide as the inventor of the telephone, also had a surprising milestone by founding the Aerial Experiment Association in 1907, an organization dedicated to aeronautical research and aircraft construction, and he was also one of the founders of the National Geographic Society in 1888. The Little Mermaid in Copenhagen, Denmark, is an iconic bronze statue inspired by the Hans Christian Andersen tale. Located on the city's waterfront since 1913, this sculpture represents the protagonist of the famous tale. Mark Twain was born in 1835, the same year that Halley predicted that Halley's Comet would pass close to Earth. Twain joked that he had no intention of dying until he saw the comet for the second time. In fact, he died the day after the comet returned in 1910. The Pisco Sour is much more than a drink. It is a cultural and gastronomic icon of Peru, recognized as its national drink. The classic Pisco Sour recipe includes pisco, freshly squeezed lemon juice, syrup or sugar, egg white, and a few drops of Angostura bitters. This combination creates a refreshing cocktail with a perfect balance between the acidity of the lemon, the sweetness of the gum syrup, and the intensity of the pisco, with the egg white giving it a soft and foamy texture. Bukchon Hanek Village is a charming traditional neighborhood in Seoul, South Korea, known for its meticulously preserved Hanek houses. This quaint neighborhood offers visitors an authentic glimpse into what life was like in Seoul before modernization. The oldest cognac in the world is a bottle of Gautier, distilled in 1762. This bottle is not only a treasure for its age, but also for having remained sealed for over 240 years before being discovered and auctioned off in 2014 for over $144,000. Abbey Road in London, England, is a pilgrimage site for Beatles fans and music lovers. This road became famous as the location of the iconic cover of the Beatles' self-titled album released in 1969. The image of the four of them crossing the zebra crossing in front of Abbey Road Studios became one of the most recognizable in rock history. The Toyota Mirai is one of the first mass-produced cars to use hydrogen as fuel, emitting only water as waste and no greenhouse gas emissions. Ferry circles are a natural wonder that stretches across the Namibian desert and other semi-arid regions of the world. These mysterious circles of bare earth, surrounded by lush vegetation, have puzzled scientists and researchers for decades. George Washington, beyond being the first president of the United States, stood out for being the only American president not affiliated with any political party during his term. The Mobile Cave in Romania is a true scientific treasure and a unique ecosystem in the world. Isolated from the outside for approximately 5.5 million years, this cave is characterized by its atmosphere extremely rich in toxic gases, making it inaccessible to most forms of life that depend on oxygen. Phil Knight, co-founder of Nike, began his entrepreneurial journey in 1964 under the name Blue Ribbon Sports, initially dedicating himself to distributing Japanese sports shoes. However, in 1971, Knight decided to rebrand the company under a more globally resonant name, Nike, the name inspired by the Greek goddess of victory, a powerful symbol that reflected the brand's ambition to dominate the sports market. In Iceland, 60% of the population lives in Reykjavik, the capital, and its metropolitan area, making Iceland one of the countries with the highest concentration of population in a single urban area. The Pagani Huayra has a steering wheel with 40 buttons, more than any other car in production. These buttons control a variety of advanced vehicle functions. The London Underground, opened in 1863, was not only the world's first underground rail system, but is also one of the oldest still in active operation. This innovative system revolutionized urban transportation by offering a fast and efficient way to move around the city, mitigating the challenges of surface traffic and congestion. Narendra Modi, Prime Minister of India, is renowned for his personal asceticism and simple lifestyle. He gets up early every morning to practice yoga, a discipline he has actively promoted both nationally and internationally. And that's all. What facts surprised you the most? Leave your opinion in the comments and don't forget to subscribe for more fascinating curiosities.